You know that feeling when you put on a Men I Trust song, right? That specific kind of chill? It's cool, but it's also warm. Well, what if I told you that vibe, it's not some happy accident. It's actually a philosophy. Yeah, a whole philosophy. So, let's get into it and unlock what's really going on behind that sound.
And that's the big question, isn't it? You get this hit of melancholy, for sure, but you're not drowning in it. It's like there's this calm distance. So how on earth do they pull off that emotional magic trick? Well, let's break it down.
Okay, so first up, the vibe. Look, before we get all philosophical, let's just talk about what we all hear, you know? That dreamy, unmistakable sound. But trust me, that sound, that's just the very tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, we all use the same words for it, right? Dream pop, melancholic, soothing, the music just kind of washes over you. But the lyrics, that's where we find our first real clue. There's this detachment, this quiet observation, like the singer is just watching the world go by without getting totally swept up in it. And that right there, that's the key to the whole thing.
And that key, well, it unlocks a door to a 2,000-year-old philosophy. I'm talking about Stoicism. Now I know, that sounds super heavy and academic, but stick with me, because it is the absolute key to their whole lyrical style. It all comes down to how they handle emotion.
So this is really the core of it. It's not about being emotionless. Not at all. It's about looking at your emotions from a distance, with a kind of rational self-control. So instead of a lyric screaming, "I'm heartbroken," you get something more like, "I am currently observing the sensation of heartbreak." It sounds subtle, but that little shift, it's huge. Okay, look at these lyrics right here. This is not a song about getting mad at traffic, right? No road rage here. It's just about someone watching, accepting that they're a part of this big, unemotional system, the flow. That, right there, is Stoicism in a nutshell.
And this comparison just lays it all out. On one side, you've got your typical pop lyric, right? Raw, emotional, I can't live without you stuff. And then you've got the Men I Trust approach. The sadness is still there, you can feel it, but it's been filtered. It's rational. It's accepting. It's acknowledging the feeling instead of just screaming it.
Okay, so if Stoicism is the how, how they process feelings, then this next part is all about the where. Because see, this band, they don't just talk about feelings. They give them an address, a physical place you can go to in your head.
This idea is called internal geographies. Think of it like a mental map. Every song is a pin on that map, a specific location. And to really get the feeling, you have to explore the place. Because in their songs, the setting isn't just a background, it is the feeling. So, first stop on our map, the car. This is a big one for them. The car is this space for transition, for thinking. It's like your own personal bubble moving through the world. You're not where you started, you're not where you're going, you just are. The journey itself is everything. Okay, next we head inside to the familiar room. This place is all about stability, memory. And just listen to how the lyric connects the outside to the inside. The house is quiet, so the mind is quiet. They're one and the same. The external world and the internal world just totally merge.
And then there's the city street, at night, of course. This is the land of anonymity. You're surrounded by all these people, but the narrator is just a detached observer, one single passerby. It's that powerful feeling of being alone, but not necessarily lonely. You're just part of the scenery. All right, so we've got our two main ingredients, right? We've got the Stoic way of looking at feelings, and we've got these internal geographies, these mental places. So what happens when we mix them together? Well, that's how you get their unique inner world.
So here's probably how it works. Step 1. Something happens, but instead of just reacting, that Stoic filter kicks in. You just observe. Step 2. You take that feeling you're observing and you give it a home. You place it on the map. Is this a car journey feeling, or is it more of a quiet room kind of vibe? And then only then, once you're inside that mental space, do you write the lyric.
And when you put those two things together, the Stoic mindset and the mental maps, you don't just get a bunch of songs. No way. You get one single solid worldview. Every single track is like a postcard from the exact same cool, thoughtful place.
So this is the main takeaway. That vibe we talked about right at the start, that soothing, kind of sad feeling, it's not just a cool guitar tone. It's not just a soft voice. It's the sound of a Stoic person walking through their own mental map. The vibe is the landscape.
Okay, cool. So we've cracked the code, but so what? Why does this even matter to us, as listeners? What's in it for us?
Well, for one thing, it's kind of a refuge.
The world is chaotic, right? And this music gives us a way to maybe process our own stuff without getting completely overwhelmed. It helps you appreciate those quiet, in-between moments. It's music that doesn't demand a reaction from you. It invites you to just think, to feel along with it.
And that leaves us with one last thing to chew on. Men I Trust built this incredible world for us to visit anytime we hit play. But what if we took their tools, that detached observation, the idea of mental maps, and applied them to our own lives? What would it look like to build our own stoic inner world? How would that change things? Just something to think about.